Hello everyone, today we are fully breaking down the just released patch notes in Rise of Kingdoms. This new update includes a Zenith of Power, a season event, a new Season of Conquest story, new museum systems, and new rules about KvKs and coalitions, and a few more new features. This update will take place on the 14th of March, presumably around 06 UTC, like most updates. It may be a bit earlier or later. The new event, the new 7-day event, which we have like every 2 months maybe, looks the same as always, but there is a few different things. First we have the number 2, as you can see on the screen. I have no idea what it is. I guess there's some currency which you will get from PvE or gathering environment, I don't know. Next up is number 3, which says limited time items. Does this mean city skins and or structures, city structures? Can we get those? I don't know. We have to wait, I guess. And number 4, we see a new event as well. I guess there will be like an event in which you do challenges, skill barbs, forts, that stuff, like PvE again, or maybe a P2W, pay to win version in which you need to spend gems or a lot of speed ups on training, just like we had with the Alliance mobilization event. Further, we have Tempest Clash, Arms Training. They usually appear around these events, around these times as well, just like today and next week. So now is the part where it gets really interesting. At number 7, the inscription says, discover ancient armaments and pave your path to power. Only open to kingdoms that are in Season 3 or Season of Conquest at the start of the event. What does this mean? Does everyone in Season of Conquest or of Season get this, or is it just available to the ones just logging in? Leadeth choose to use their words a bit differently. I think I really don't understand what they say sometimes. First, Zenith of Power at number 8. I can't really say or predict what the skin, what we can expect, but a quick guess, for me, random guess, all true buff, like defense or maybe health, 8% with some healing speed or something new. No training speed, but that's always for Osiris League events only. Further, we have the new KvK story. Basically, this means there is a new KvK format. It's a pioneer event, which will have a small extra PvE twist. There are auxiliary commanders, which have extra auxiliary skills. Think of the Bastion skills, but then you can use more of them on auxiliary commanders. It says 3. I think these skills can only be exchanged for auxiliary commanders, so you can't use extra skills on normal commanders. I also have no clue of what these commanders could look like. Further, there will be a camp PvE event. We can see that at number 2 or 3. Well, I don't know. I think it's 3 or 4 later on. But the PvE event is an event which the R5 from the coalition, so the coalition leader, I think he can start the event at the guild hall, the gold hall. I don't know how you say it, but it's like the RCF from the other formats. But then instead of a ruined Crusader Fortress, it is the guild hall. So there you can start the event. And the event is something like Shadow Legion, but it will not really target the cities like Shadow Legion, but it will target the guild hall, which is the ruined Crusader Fortress. There is multiple waves, so I guess you and your coalition will need to be online as much as possible to finish this event with more ease. So troops from the PvE campaign will start to rally or attack that guild hall, and you need to reinforce and garrison, or maybe it auto garrisons, or to let it stay alive, because if it falls, if it defeats you, then the event is over. About the format, I think it's a 3 versus 3 format, because you can see that in, which part was it? I don't know, but it says there is 6 regions, so my quick guess is a 3v3 format. But this is where it gets interesting. Now we have improvements of Season of Conquest. We have the museum improvement, which we talked about a lot. There's new commanders coming to museum to get the buff, like Alexander, Saladin, Khan, and a few more. So we see here, you will be able to upgrade bonuses. You will be able to upgrade a relic. So this is pretty overpowered. I hope you can upgrade more from older commanders, so it's not directly so overpowered. For example, you can upgrade the old commanders like CC, you can upgrade them like 10 times, for example. And the new commanders you can upgrade 5 times. So the old commanders will still have more or less or more the same value. Further, we have number 2, effects of aggression, spiked armor, safe return, teamwork, and the great destroyer strategies in the King of Now story. Well, I don't really care. It's okay, I think. But with 3, it gets interesting again, because you will be able to have coalitions between all Lost Kingdoms. Do I read it right? Or is Lilith wrong? I don't know. Maybe you couldn't have coalitions in other stories? I don't know, I only played HE, I think. Yeah, so if you know from other, I think you can have a coalition everywhere, right? It's weird. 4, optimize the rules of authority testimonies and authority rewards, which is very nice. There's a problem currently because only the leader, the one alliance slash coalition which controls it, can use the autarch testimonies. So you could only bring the rewards to your own coalition. But now it says, legendary autarch testimonies can be awarded to any coalition in any camp, not just your own. And this is very interesting because you can just bring those autarch testimonies to everyone you want. And that's more fair, because there's only one alliance which can control the Great Secret. So I really like this, that they did this, and I hope they will change the taverns as well, because the taverns are not good. Reduce the number of autarch testimonies, yeah, makes sense. They aren't called Lilith for nothing, they need to reduce everything we can get. Your camp no longer needs control to your RCF, well, not really interesting for us. At 4, we have armament and stage 4 improvements. Added the transmute feature, so you can now have transmutation stones, which will allow you to sort of randomize attributes of your existing armaments. So if you use a transmutation stone on an armament you already have, you will have some of the inscriptions, or not the inscriptions, I mean one of the 3 or 2 of the 3 or triple of the 3, those will randomize again and you will get a new one, and you can choose if you can hold them or if you want the first version of it. So for example, if you have garbage on the emblem, you can just, with the triple yellow stats from Barbs and Load and Resource Gathering, you can just randomize it with those stones, and maybe you get like 2 times a cavalry. You can change it and you can choose yes or no if you want to keep the new one, and that's how it works. The rest of the information on this page isn't really that interesting. It's like Zenith is a bit optimized, and the city teleport after you reach 0. Yeah, it's cool, but not important. We have something interesting here. So now you're able to have a new report merged with another troop's report. The data of those will be merged. So if you and another guy hits, for example, Saladin, you can see his report as well. That's what I think what they mean with it. At number 5, oh wait, it says also you can see kill points. So instead of you normally see power loss, deaths, severely wounded, but now you can also see kill points. Okay. At number 5, we have the ability to replace rally troops. With this feature, you can replace your troops in another governor's rallied army without having to exit the rally. This will change the way of fighting in RoK, really. If you had lag always, you had always need to spam the button to join and spam your march, to get into the rally. But now, if you are in the rally, you can just tap the new symbol, so you can replace your troops in another governor's rally. You don't even have to exit, so that means you can just hold your march in. Will there be... Wait. There was a limit of the amount of people which can be in the rally, right? So does this mean that you can now have no maximum amount of people in it? I don't know. Further at number 6, we have optimized troop dispatch, and that's when you, for example, attack a barb, you will dispatch a troop, and the recommendation it will be based on your primary commander's talents. So instead of load or barb damage, it will be like the talents of your commanders. It's interesting, but I think no one's gonna use it. At number 7, we have a pretty interesting thing. It's the last thing, I think. I don't know. But when you are in Ark of Osiris, you always had to heal your troops and have the scout returned. About the scout, it doesn't say really anything, but about the troops, it does. So you're now able to enter the match without having your hospital healed. So that's nice. You don't have to wait longer. You can just enter it if you don't have any marches or a scout out of the city. Nice. And now we get the last page for real. Scouts on the map will no longer block you when selecting a location for alliance building or teleporting your city. And it always did in the past. Some alliances used it as a strategy, so your enemy couldn't build fortresses because there was only scouts. It's a new thing, nice to know, but well, it's not really usable for us. Number 9, added new troop markers to help you mark specific troops. Okay, nice, maybe. I don't know how this works. We need to see and work it out later. Number 10, optimized highlight selected targets in settings. It will be like better, more highlighted, easier to see the marches you target. And the last one, added legendary engineering and gathering equipment. Gathering equipment. Is this a joke? Why do we need legendary gathering equipment? I have other things to worry about, right? I don't want to waste my mats on them. Well, maybe for pay-to-win people who have already gotten 10 sets of full gathering purple with blue equipment. But not for me, I'm free to play. Well, I think this will be like gathering bonuses or huge gathering speed bonuses. But the legendary engineering equipment, I really look forward for it. I think it's cool. I hope it's a set as well. But it needs something better because I don't know if anyone wants to play with the towers. It also takes far too long to get back to your normal mode. Like, it's 10 seconds. In 10 seconds you get swarmed down and then you're done. You're gone. Your hospital is full. So that's something they need to change. I think that 3 seconds will be appreciated. Then maybe I will consider to use it. But I won't spend any mats on legendary engineering. And why does it have all 3 materials on it? Just give it the bones, because I only use those bones for the gathering, and it will have more value when you have it for blueprints which have value. So this was it for today. I hope you really liked the video and now you understand it, my little small breakdown from 15 minutes. Please leave that like, leave that subscribe, because we're about to hit 300 subscribers. It would really help me, and I hope to see you in the next one, which will be a nice upload.